try and get to everyone. I'm doing it as quickly as I can. $1.45, man. Okay, that was a raise. Bula, Gen Con, Beulah. Settable. I'll do yours after Aikon. Sorry, man. Just missed out. I started Aikon, so we'll finish his off, and then I'll do you next. Just stick around. This will take about 15 minutes. Maybe less than that. We'll see. I would just fold Ace-9 against a 3-bet, because it's not a good calling hand against 3-bets. Think about his value 3-betting range. You're dominated a lot. Ace-10, Ace-Queen, Ace-King, Aces, Kings, Queens. If you do call here, because you're getting good pot odds, you want to call more suited connectors or suited broadways, at least hands that can suck out, you know, against his big hands. You don't want to call weak aces against 3-bets. Okay, so this is just you hoping that he has nothing, you know. You're really just guessing Aikon, and the correct play there is to fold pre-flop against the 3-bet. Well played, enjoyed that. What a good guy reviewing this. Everyone, you're a top guy. You seem happy too. I like reviewing. It's fun. Like, yeah, I've been a poker coach for a very long time, so I like this kind of content, you know, occasionally. Hey Nick, 7 Deuce offsuited. Glad you like it. Good to see you. Really happy to getting help. Yep, you're welcome, Silas. I'll put all of these on YouTube, guys. Hopefully they won't get muted by Twitch. But I'll separate them out into individual people. They'll be highlighted and then put on my YouTube. I don't understand. What's up, Sage of 7 Paths, my bro? Here's a video for you. New poker players, check out that video. It's for noobs. That'll help you out a little bit. Wait, it didn't work. Nightbot, please. I didn't write the name in the email. You can send me another one. Clubs with your name. Just checking Nightbot. The fuck? Is it down? It just restarted. When is ICM not applicable? When you're early in a tournament for Sana and you're not near the money. When there's no money at all. Alright, let's continue. How to play poker. Well, Gen Khan can keep trying to summon Nightbot. I'm sure he will come back. Nightbot TV, it's recently restarted, so it should be back very soon. He does this sometimes. He needs a break. What a pussy Nightbot. This is just too big, Aikon. Just make it 3 times. You don't need to make it 144. Make it 90. Good. You played it well post-flop. Where's the hand? 186 hands. Jeez. Okay, we'll try and do this quickly because it's a hell of a lot of hands. You can fold there. That's fine. We'll fold, fold, fold. Value bet. Value bet. Good, well played. Raise. Good. Fold. You can limp stab in the small blind, but you don't have to. It's a possibility. I would limp stab, because I like playing small blinds. Genghis Khan hook me up. There you go, bro. Enjoy it. Thanks, Gen Khan. limping here. I mean, you know what? You can make this work. But I wonder if you know what you're doing by limping, Aikon. The reason why, or whether you're just limping because you want to limp, like, the reason why you can limp here is if this button is very aggressive, you want to see a flop, so you want to just limp call and see a flop if he raises, or limp call against like aggressive blinds. If you min raise, you might get reshoved or 3-bet by aggressive players, and you'd have to fold. So limping can be a viable strategy here against very aggressive players, but I would prefer to min raise. So I don't think people are going to be hyper aggressive and just 3-bet you, you know, that wide from the hijack. If you're trying to check down king high, okay, yeah, we can do that. That's alright. This is not a good call because the guy raising under the gun has a short stack, so he's got to have a hand. King Queen already is not that good against his range. I don't think he's raising King 10. He might raise King Jack, but it's questionable. And even if you flat call, it's costing you more than 10% of your chips. And whenever you're calling more than 10%, it's usually not worth it. You're not going to flop a good enough hand often enough to make this call worth it. So you should just fold pre-flop with King Queen in early position. If you're in the big blind, you can call. If you're in the small blind or the button, maybe you can call with only 2 people behind you. But there's 6 people behind you, and you're calling 10% of your chips with already quite a weak hand against this guy. Because he's tight. He's raising with a short stack under the gun. He's pretty tight. So just fold the King Queen, Aikon. Oh, I'll see what happens post-flop. We hit nothing, we'll just give up. Ooh, that's a good turn. Bet. Alright, well done. What's a good Singo ROI for micro stakes? Depends how many players. 6 max, turbos, 5% is good. In micros, Nick 2 offsuited, Nick 7 deuce. Yeah, text document please, Jay Lawrence. I mean, when would you deviate from ICM and bubble situations? It seems to always have you fold decent hands when you only have 3 big blinds against players with decent stack sizes. That's because it's the correct play. When would you deviate? I mean, never. You're always thinking about ICM. ICM is what drives all of your decisions. If it tells you to fold a short stack against, you know, with a strong hand, it's because it's the mathematically correct play, and it will make you money by folding. ICM assumes all players are equally skilled, so if you're a good player, you can pass up on high-risk marginal EV situations, I imagine. Yes, exactly right. That's what you can do for Sana. So that's when you can adjust your ranges. If you have a very big skill in that game, on that bubble, you can not call or shove a very thin edge and look for a better spot, right? I hate that term, but you can do it. But still, you're not deviating from ICM by doing that. You're using ICM to calculate your decision, and then you're just you're adjusting your range. So ICM is still always the foundation of every decision you make in tournament poker, but you can you know, adjust your ranges and not go with, you know, the correct play, because you're seeing future value. Be always thinking about ICM, always. Yeah, that's kind of speculative, I think, ROIs. These days, 10% for turbos in micros, you can do it, but I think, and 5% for hypers is pretty unrealistic, even for micro stakes, so, it's good, it's achievable. Those numbers look okay, but maybe a little bit too, I prefer maybe like 7 to 8% for turbos and like 3 to 4% for hypers, but whatever. Is there a bankroll software that limits the amount of dollars you use in one day? I don't know of one. There might be. This is a $1 buy-in, Jen Khan. Alright. Sorry guys, caught up on the chat. Let's continue. 3-bet. Yeah, in a $1 game, I think you can just go broke against the middle position raise, it seems fine. Spider aces. Well played. 13% after 708 games. That's a good ROI, Nick 2, Nick 7 deuce. You know, it's a small sample size, but you're doing well so far, so keep it up. I wouldn't expect that kind of number to be sustainable in the long run. You'll probably converge more closer to 7, 5%, 8% around there in the long run. Keep going though, dude. That's a good result. How do you export the games in a text file? This is Universal Replayer. You got to go into PokerStars, ZoMG Bill. If you put them in a text file, you just open up Notepad and paste them in here and save it. Who's dead? Wait. How's the main event going? Does Butters actually have 60 million chips? With what sample size, how close to my true win rate? In 6 max turbos, well, you can actually discover that with this website, Nick. Well, you can look at sample sizes and ROIs in that website. It'll give you like a confidence interval in, you know, statistics to tell you how likely you are to be within like X percentage of your true ROI after X amount of games. But as a general rule, 5,000 games in turbos will give you a really good idea of what your ROI is. And 1,000 games will tell you if you're a winning player, like above 0. So if you're above 0 after 1,000 games, you're probably a winning player in those games. And then to find out your exact long-term ROI, you need 5,000 games. This is 45, man, right? $1.45, man. Call. Leading. It gets awkward if you get raised. I'd prefer to check call, because it's a very dry board. You're not that scared. There's no draws. I prefer just to check call, because if you lead and someone calls and then there's an overcard, like, you're kind of fucked. If you check call, at least you can check call again on the turn and use it as a bluff catcher, rather than like bet folding there with top pair, which is what you're probably doing, which is really weird. Yeah, this is just good enough to go all in. I like it. Tilt breaker, cool. I didn't know that. Check it out. If bankroll management is an issue for you, it's probably a very good program to have a look at. Raising the suited ace, that's fine. We're down. We're sitting out. Okay, it's all right. Again, I don't think you need to 3x Aikon. Just make it 2x or 2.5. 3x is a little too big for me late stage in the tournament. He's very short. I really don't like this play because the guy is min raising with less than 10 big blinds. This is probably a better hand than King Jack. I would just fold. Give him some respect. Alright, again, when you have top pair, you know, you're not folding no matter what, check to him and let him make a mistake. Let him bluff. You don't have to be that scared of draws. There are draws, but there's no way you're folding. So give him the maximum chance of making a mistake and check to him. If he checks back, yes, there are some bad cards, but, you know, you want to try and let him c-bet. People like c-betting when you have top pair. Very good kicker. Negreanu. Butters is 15th. Alright. You need a video explaining how to get the text file from PS and make it a command. Alright, Gen Khan. I can do that after this and just highlight it. I would play this in the small blind, limp stab or min raise. I think King 8's really strong in the small blind, so I would not fold that. Are you planning to do a learn group maybe in the future? Twitch.tv/PulseAU, that's the learn group. I don't like the 3x again, just min raise. Call. I mean, you're bluffing. It might work. I don't think it's worth trying to bluff this guy. He has position, he's raising under the gun, he's probably got a hand. This might work because he might just have ace king, ace queen and give up. You do have the gut shot. You know, this is not the worst play I've ever seen. I don't think I would make it, but I don't hate it. I just think that bluffing in $1 games like this is not something you want to do. People really don't like folding. Yeah, I don't need a command. Let's just do this, Gen Con. I don't need a video. We'll just do this. Settings, playing history, hand history. Click open folder. There you go. Add com, text, file. Wait. Hand history text. There you go. There you go, Gen Con. You don't have to tell people anymore. You can just go. HH text. He's out. Ah. Fuck. That sucks. Yeah, I wouldn't fold this either. I just limp stab. I wouldn't fold this either. Min raise, call against this guy, fold against everyone else. You're one of the big stack. You're the big stack on this table, so I would try and put pressure on. Is this in the money now? I don't think so. This is a much worse raise than Queen Jack. The hand doesn't play very well, and you're in early position, so I would prefer just to fold that one. No, it's not final table yet. Good raise with the 10-3. I need to find out where the final table is. I think this might be it. Not a call. Ouch. Queens against ace-10 suited. Blah Blahs v Stern. Is that his actual name? Oh no. Still a very deep run. I'm sure he's still, you know, the 300,000 will make him feel better when he wakes up tomorrow, but it does suck running that deep. Busting right before the final table. If you're going to raise this loose, you definitely don't want a 3x Aikon, just min raise. I don't mind your play here, but you're obviously raising a lot of hands in under the gun that some people would fold, like King 10 suited, some people would just fold here. And if you're raising more, you need to make your sizings less so that people don't get a really good price to repush against you. I would c-bet, because he might have hands like ace high and just give up. I mean, maybe he doesn't fold ace high on deuce 3-5. I'd still c-bet, put pressure on him. I'd bet here because he's checked, he showed weakness. You played that hand way too weak. Like, if you're gonna raise King 10 under the gun, you can't just check fold when you get called on this kind of board. So I would say if you don't know what to do on those boards, don't raise pre-flop, just fold in under the gun. Good fold. This is actually an all-in for 11 big blinds on the button. King 9 off. just the fold against the razor. Yeah, you don't want to call here. You're calling, look how much you're calling of your chips. It's 2,800. You're calling a third of your stack. If you want to play this hand, go all in. That's your only move. It's all in or fold. You never want to just call. And then what do you do when this guy shoves? Like, you have to fold, and you've already put in a third of your chips. So I would just fold. Give this guy credit for having a hand. If you miss, you're fucked. You don't know what to do. So you're gonna check it down, and you just lose. So don't play that like that. Don't call a third of your chips. Just push all in pre-flop if you think you have the best hand. This raise is fine. Whoops. Apart from the 3x, just min raise. All in there's fine. Ace Jack. Call, well done. So we're four-handed. I think you can play any two cards here against this guy who's in second place as a short stack. I would probably just min raise or make it a bit over min raise. Put pressure on him. He's rich now. 400k. Yeah, he's gonna feel better about it when he wakes up and has an extra 400 grand. But I'm sure you'd still be sad not making the final table. ICM trainer says to fold King 5 with 5 big blinds on the big blind heads up. Like, that's a very good example of where the ICM trainer will differ from like ICMizer or Hold'em Resources, because I would never fold that, but sometimes you'll get hands which are, it'll just be wrong because it's using ranges. That program was developed in like 2005. So back then in 2005, people called all-ins and went all in very tight. So it hasn't been updated. It's using all those very tight ranges. It doesn't use Nash. It doesn't use equilibrium. So yeah, it's just a good example of ICM trainer not always being 100% correct, and you need to, once you get better, use different programs. But that's very good for beginners. GG, Butters. Good luck to everyone else. Yeah, like, I'd play this hand. Min raise limp, but you don't have to. I would. Call. Well done. Good call. You're too nitty in the small blind. This is definitely a raise. You're the chip leader. He's in second place. Raise, limp. Play this hand, please. Please play it. Like, folding 3-8, that's okay, but I would still play because, like, he's second, you're chip leader. Put pressure on him. But, like, if you fold that, I'll forgive you. But if you fold Jack 8, come on. Play some poker. Finally, we play a hand. 9-8. Wow. You know what? It can be a call if he's very loose. I would not call against an unknown player. And this guy is being quite tight. I don't think I would call this, but if you do this in a calculator, in a ICM calculation, it's probably a call against a regular. I'm not surprised to see him have a hand though, because he has been fairly tight. Oops. Yeah, like, I'd limp stab, but whatever. Raise is too big. Raise. Raise. Limp stab, raise. I would play it. Raise. Good. Fold. Whoa, whoa, what the fuck? Yeah, raise calling queen 9 is just incorrect. He's not going to be shoving worse hands. You're not getting pot odds. So, I don't know, maybe you just spewed off here, Aikon, but you just want to min-raise fold with queen 9. All in. All in. pretty close against an aggressive player. Yeah, I think this is fine. It's very borderline. It's very borderline. With A7. Against this guy, I probably wouldn't make the call because he has been very tight. But, you know, the Queen 9 is the big mistake in this game. Just betting with a pair. Okay, we can do it. Just overbet jamming all in for 4 times pot. Like, you want more value, you have 2 pair. Just bet 6,000 and call on all in. You don't need to be so scared when you have 2 pair. Heads up, it's a very good hand. Heads up, just min raise, just like we've been discussing for the last half an hour. Not gonna go over it too much. So we check calling 4 high. Just check fold. Yeah, you have a gut shot, but that's it. No flush draw, no pair outs either. Like a 4 and a 3, you're probably still not gonna win the hand. No, you have to bluff. So you have 4 high. How do you win this pot? You have to bluff. So yeah, if you don't know how to play post flop like that, just check fold when you have 4 high. Okay, check call. Alright, check shoving all in's okay because there's a lot of money out there. Oh, that's alright. We'll take that one. Split. Okay, fold that. Call. I don't like bluff 3 betting in $1 games against random players. Just call. See a flop. Min raise. Yeah. Fold. Yeah. Min raise. Yeah. I mean, just min raise. Don't call 3 bet with Jack 4. Just fold. See, he's... Wow. So, this is why raising 3 times is bad. So you raise 3 times, there's more money in the pot. Yeah, he's 3 betting, like you're getting good odds, but the hand's terrible. You just call for some reason. Now, he's only got 9,000 left, you have nothing. He bets 9,000, the pot's 28,000, you just fold. So just fold those junk hands against 3 bets. Call, that's fine. Raise calling ace, 7 heads up is fine. 9/8's pretty loose. I would fold this for 7 big blinds. I think it's too loose. You can bet here with the gut shot. You're the one in position. You have the aggression, so that's fine. Call that. Yeah, all in. Yeah. Play the jack. Like limp raise. Just play it. Don't limp call king 5. Just limp fold or min raise fold. Yeah, Aikon. A lot of mistakes there, dude. A lot of mistakes. You need to work on being a bit tighter, I'd say. Work on being tighter. And don't 3 times the big blind when the blinds are high. Okay, who's next? It was whoever I missed before. Wasn't I'm your bluff? Settable. $5k an hour, pretty good hourly. Hey Steve Alive, how you doing? Sorry for missing your g'day earlier, I was concentrating on the hand review. Good to see you. We read the Mathematics of Poker? No, but I do think that's one of the better poker books. From what I've, heard about it. Math is bad, okay?